Hey kids, we're going to talk more about habits. You know those things that you do over and over again?
Last time we said habits have a way of controlling us, like a robot with a fancy control panel.
When you get into a habit, it's like somebody is programming that habit into your system. And once it's in there, it's hard to get out.
Today we're going to give you 3 simple steps for better habits.
Write these down and try them this week. Step 1, stop your stinking thinking.
Before a habit ever becomes what you do,
it starts with what you think.
And when your thinking is stinking,
then your habits smell bad too.
Think back to the robot. It doesn't just start doing things on its own. It has to be programmed.
When a robot gets instructions, it believes them. And then it starts obeying those instructions, even if they stink.
It can work like that with kids too.
When you listen to bad thoughts from other kids, from an older brother, or even from Netflix, that's like programming stinky stuff into your brain.
And if you're not careful, you'll start obeying those instructions.
That's no good!
For example, if your friends tell you to disobey your parents and do something bad, they're putting stinky program into your brain. If you keep listening to it, you might end up doing it.
And once you start disobeying your parents, it's hard to stop and it becomes a habit. When you get older, you'll disobey your teachers. Then, when you're even older, you'll disobey the police.
Then you'll be in jail, sitting next to the stinky guy named Earl. Step 2, think like a new person.
The Bible says if you're a Christian, you have God's Spirit living inside of you.
He gives you a whole new way to think and act.
When you become a Christian, the Stinkin Thinkin program is wiped out.
But then something really cool happens. Instead of just giving you a new program to follow, the Bible says God gives you a new nature.
That means you don't have to be a robot anymore with stinky programs. Now you're a child of God.
Memory verse!
Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and attitudes. Put on your new nature, created to be like God, truly righteous and holy.
Step 3, put on your new nature. Look back at that memory verse again. The Bible says you have to put on your new nature.
That reminds me of putting on a jacket, putting on shoes. It's something you actually have to do every single day.
You have to remember that God made you into a new person.
And you need to choose to act like it.
Can you make a list of things that are part of your new nature?
Start with the fruit of the Spirit in Galatians 5.
It includes things like love, joy, peace, and self-control.
Talk with your parents and add other things to your list.
This list should define your new habits and stop your stinking thinking.